This is the lesson for straight up solving two-step equations. Just to kind of warm up, let's do a couple one-steppers. So drop a line down your equal sign. 4x really means 4 times x. To undo times, we use division and we show it with the bar. We divide by whatever's stuck to the x, which is a 4. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. Down here, drop a line. With the x, we have a 2, and it's a plus 2. So because it's a plus 2, we have to do a minus 2 because that undoes it. That leaves us with a positive x, which is really just x, and 5 minus 2 is 3. Over here, x minus 7 equals 10. Minus 7 is stuck, so we do a plus 7. And we have x equals 17. And last one, x divided by 2 equals 15. To undo divide by 2, we do multiply by 2 on both sides. X equals 30. So for today, our lesson's on solving two-step equations. So what we do is solving actually does PEMDAS backwards. So we can think about it as doing SADMEP. So the first thing that we look for in going through SADMEP is subtraction or addition. And we're going to actually box that up. Then we look to undo multiplication and division. We're typically not going to be dealing with exponents or parentheses for the time being. We will see parentheses a little later, but that'll be with distributive property. So just like PEMDAS had a cute saying, this one does too. Scary armadillos definitely make elephants pee. So let's go ahead and get started. Drop a line down your equal sign. We're looking for addition or subtraction. Remember, our goal is still to get the letter, the variable by itself. So I see a plus 7 here. So I need to do a minus 7, and I do it to both sides. Cross that off because that really becomes 0. Only thing is now I don't have just g, I actually have 4g equals 23 minus 7 is going to give me 16. So 4 times g, to undo times, I have to divide. And I divide by whatever's stuck, which is just a 4. That gives me 1g, which is really just g, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. You can go back, use substitution to check your answer. So 4g, 4 times 4, because 4 is g, plus 7. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 7, and that's going to give us 23, which equals 23 what we started with. So check we are correct. Next one, drop a line down your equal sign. I look for addition or subtraction, and I found it, so I call this trapping the armadillo. We're going to get rid of the armadillo, which is a minus 10, and we're going to do it with a plus 10. So minus 10 plus 10, you still have a 3b, so bring it down. And 35 plus 10 is 45. Scary armadillos definitely make, so multiplication and division. This is multiplication, so I'm going to divide by 3 because that's the same thing that's stuck to the b. So b equals 45 divided by 3 is 15. This is actually a pretty easy process. Most people enjoy it. Drop a line down your equal sign. Look for your scary armadillo, so the addition or subtraction. We're going to do a minus 17 then. So those cancel out. Bring this whole thing down, this b divided by 2. 30 minus 17 is 13. So if we're dividing by 2, we need to multiply by 2. And b is going to equal 13 times 2, which is 26. Over here, drop a line down your equal sign. 6x minus 14. Here's my armadillo. So do a plus 14. Plus 14, cancel each other out. 6x equals negative 50 plus 14 is going to be a negative 36. 6x means divide by 6. X equals negative 6. Down here, here's my armadillo, the minus 33. So add 33. Cross off. Be careful, this is a negative out front, so go ahead, bring it down. And negative 9 plus 33 is going to be 24. Negative 6p really means negative 6 times p, so we have to divide to undo it, and we're dividing by whatever is stuck to the p, which is a negative 6. We're going to divide by negative 6, do it on both sides. We get P equals -4. Last plain up example here. Add the 3, so we have to do a -3. Bring down this whole D over 6, which we know is actually division. 4 minus 3 is 1. So to undo divide by 6, we multiply by 6. And we get D equals 6 then. Okay? Here's your first example of a word problem. It said Tanya had her birthday party at the movies. It cost $27 for pizza and $8.50 per friend for the movie tickets. So even though the equation is given to us here, I'm going to kind of start to show you where we're developing this. So we have $27 for the pizza, and is a plus $8.50 per friend. $8.50 per friend means that every time there's another friend, we're going to multiply by a bigger number. We don't know how many friends it's going to be, so per is going to tell us times, and we could use F for friends or another variable. It says, how many friends did Tanya have at her party if she spent $78? This means if her total equals $78. So it looks like they use N. Again, it doesn't really matter what letter you pick as your variable. But here's our equation, 850N, see where we got that from, plus the 27 for the pizza equals her total of $78 she spent. So there's your armadillo. So you're going to go ahead and subtract 27. 850N. I'm going to go ahead and not worry about the dollar signs until the end. And if we do this, 8 minus 7 is 1, 51. 850 times N, so we have to divide by 850. And N is going to equal 6 in this case here. So N is the number of friends. So we can say Tanya had 6 friends at her party. Remember, word problems deserve word answers. And that's the end of today's lesson.